Bang on.
Yeah?
That's 28.
Perfect. Right, let's go. Right, so.
It's definitely working better. So
Okay,
as
good.
I'm going to do now, all I'm thinking about is hips,
Yeah.
and arms.
Yeah, good. Okay, see you at the Oh yeah, Christ.
But as in, I think I was trying to concentrate on moving the hips and keeping these. So at the moment, I'm just forgetting about this. For
Yeah,
now.
because like I say, if you turn your hips,
Should keep it in.
your arms will, like I said, your arms will start to fall into place.
That was happening a lot though. I am drawing the ball.
So that's just an over release of the arms.
Okay.
So that's just the arms working a bit too quickly for the body. That's all where that shot's coming from. Good, golf shot. You hitting it like that with your driver?
I haven't been using the driver.
You haven't used it at all? Okay.
When I was playing, when the last time I played, I've been using it a bit, but like yesterday I used it once.
Okay.
And maybe not even once.
Okay.
Just because yesterday I was because I think I was trying to do this yesterday, so I was trying to be like, here we go.
Yeah.
I was trying to
really, yeah, just if you can turn the hips and like you were doing, everything will fall into place arm-wise. Your arms will fall into what they call as like the slot, so they'll fall into like here behind you, and that's then when you can hit down the line, hit the golf shot. Yeah, nice. See that ball flight, I don't mind seeing at all. It started a bit left, but that's a strong golf shot.
Yeah, yesterday was a. Well, I said I played right. I think I hit 13 over.
Yeah.
In the fog. Slightly unofficial 13. Me and George were quite.
That's alright. But
But
even so, like that's still a good score.
yeah. So I was in driving was just horrible.
Yeah, nice. Good golf shot. What are you like with that off the deck?
So that's my next aim because this off the deck.
Is that your height?
My go-to, yeah.
Right, you hit that alright.
Like really nice. Although yesterday I used it less yesterday, but everything was just all over the place yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
But this, I feel, come like 7 times out of 10 I'm catching it nicely.
Yeah. Definitely workable, isn't it?
But I want to be able to hit my 3-wood like this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
But I think this currently is a bit psychological.
Yeah, definitely. A 3-wood off the deck is super hard to hit. Like really hard to hit. Let's just see you hit.
Yeah, see what happens. So I think I'm not sure if the technique is going to be exactly the same, or should I be a lot further away?
It does stay the same. Everything stays the same. The only thing is hitting off the deck to a tee. You're going to hit slightly further down. You're going to hit slightly down on the golf shot. Yeah. All right. So, but the way we can start to change that is by setting up with your shoulders a little bit steeper. So in kind of this position instead of this position.
So which shoulder
Sorry,
down?
actually, this way. So,
yeah.
So obviously when we want to hit up, tilt behind the golf ball slightly.
Yeah.
And obviously with a driver, you really do it. With a 3-wood, not so much. If we want to hit down on it, let's just try and get our shoulders, sort of left shoulder a little bit down.
Okay.
Sort of down to the ground, not a huge amount, like literally like 1 or 2 degrees, like down. So tilt your shoulders, that's it, good. So that gets your weight into your left hand side as well, helps you hit down. See if that makes any difference. So it's literally just changing your setup position, but the swing stayed exactly the same. There's one other thing you should change as well, which I'll come on to in a minute. Nice, golf shot. It's good. And what you can change as well is your ball position. The further the ball position is back in your stance,
Back as in
towards your right foot, the more you're going to hit down into the back of the ball. See, when you're hitting a 3-wood or a drive off the tee, you want to be having it towards your left foot.
Yeah.
If you drop that ball position back, I don't know, 3 inches.
So slightly more central.
Yeah, slightly more central.
That's too far, is that
That's
right?
about right. Again, that's going to cause
Yeah.
what we call a steeper angle of approach. So the way that you're approaching the golf ball, so it's going to be more steeper instead of a bit more up.
Yeah, because what I tend to do with that, from time to time, when I miss it, I top it.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
would that be?
That could be
So
ball
I do
position.
set up very.
That could be ball. Well, it sounds like that will be ball position too far forward. Yeah. So again, just play it like an iron almost. You're gonna have to hit slightly down on it, just slightly. Good golf shot. Really good.
But yesterday I was in a world of pain.
Were you?
That is in just all over the
Oh,
place.
just all over the place. I thought you meant you
I was
actually hurt
just
yourself.
like- And then I went to the range after and then I was fatting the ball so hard with every club. But it's because I was still trying to think about keeping the club.
Yeah,
in.
that's it.
So it
Exactly.
does seem like it works a lot nicer.
Yeah,
than the hips.
you'll naturally start to do it, and probably where you've done a bit of practice really thinking about it, that you probably don't have to think about that so much anymore, because it kind of happens naturally. It's one of those, you don't have to keep thinking about things to make a change, just think about it, do a bit of practice, and then trust it, and it will change. So that could be just where you, again, just hit a little bit too far down on it.
Okay.
But again, this is where 3-wood is hard.
Yeah.
Because it's a really fine margin when you hit it off the deck.
So do you use a 3-wood off the deck quite a bit?
No, not really. No, I hit a long iron. Yeah.
So you can hit well with it.
Just because I think like if I'm going for a par 5 and 2, you know, if I'm playing a tournament and I need to knock it on the green in 2, I will hit a 3-wood because it's the only thing that's going to really get me there if it's a long par 3. But most of the time I just hit a long iron down the fairway and wedge it on, you know?
Yeah.
And try and make the putt for birdie, or par.
Yeah.
2 putts for par. So,
Okay,
but it is a nice shot. It's not
Yeah.
a nice shot to have in the bag, you know. There we go. If you can hit that shot every day of the week,
Yeah.
that's
You're laughing.
absolutely you're laughing. Yeah. Like I say, it's very hard to keep a 3-wood off the deck straight.
Yeah.
Just because it's the way that the club head turns, and because you're hitting slightly down, it will always twist through impact, so the head will always twist open or close. So, yeah, if you can just try and, even if it fades a little bit or you draw it a touch, again, you're going to be hitting that, just say from 200 yards out, aren't you? You know, you're not going to be hitting it within 200 yards, really.
Mm-hmm.
So, from 200 yards, if you miss the green by, I don't know, 20 yards, 15 yards, you've still got a chip on the green.
Yeah.
You know, where you don't want to be hitting that off the deck is if you've got a fairway that's like really tight, you know, because then it could be a bit of a destroyer.
Yeah, there are a few holes which I get to and I'm like, right, I can hit this driver now, and I get the big driver out, and then second shot currently is that, but I'd like to change it to if possible.
That's it. Okay, so again, just make sure the ball position is not too far forward.
So is that
That's
alright?
right, that's fine, good, that's good. And then obviously just
So it is literally a tilt.
yeah, just slightly off the deck.
So-
Yeah, just slightly, just to make you hit down on it. And then make sure obviously you do it in the swing. Good. Yeah, really sweet, mate. Yeah, so that's pitched to well over 150, and they're only 80% golf balls, so yeah, that's pushing over just over 200 yards, I'd say. This is slightly uphill as well. So if you can miss your target by up to sort of 20 yards, 15, 20 yards with a 3-wood, you're laughing. You know? Oh,
That was fast sounds,
bit
wasn't
speedy. Do you want to hit some drivers?
Yeah, why not?
I'd really, because I think, because you're hitting that at a real good distance, right? I'd like to see if you could get a bit more, like, get some out of a driver.
Yeah.
Because I think if you could start to learn to hit your driver relatively straight, you get some real good distance, and then you'd be left with shorter clubs in. So again, just make sure so you don't tilt your shoulders so far forward, so we're hitting off a T, that's it. What me, that's better. Sweet. Hitting it well, mate.
I need you to follow me around the court.
again, when you go out, the biggest thing is you do your practice on the range.
Yeah.
When you go out on the course,
well, when I got
just
to
hit
yesterday, they had the range shut. They must have been.
Did they?
Spiking the ground or something?
Yeah,
or
picking the balls up or something.
is that what it is?
Probably.
So, normally they keep it open when they like got them driving around, but yeah, sometimes there's like 5 or 6 people out there. I don't know what they do.
They might have just been picking, because it's very wet, get stuck, probably just picking and picking the balls out. We do it here quite often, especially on the mounds. They plug into the mounds. You got to go around with like a pitchfork and pull them out of the ground.
Yeah, so they do that. Like when I got me and George, he likes to get out early, so we had the 20 past. Well, I tell him it's the 10 past 8. I always hit 10 minutes later because he's
just
always late.
So
then I went to the chipping green and then did a bit of putting. And we were meant to be the 8:20, and then there was 9 people that and the guy came up to us in the red top. What time you team up at 8:20? It was like, there's 9 of them. They want to go in front of you.
Oh.
And we were like, and it was 12 minutes past 8, and I was like, well, I really want to do a bit of putting. And like they were putting like real pressure on us to start early, and I was just like, firstly I didn't want to get stuck behind 9 people.
No, exactly, no.
But at the same time, I had 8 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a bit naughty.
Yeah, it was really nice. And then when we were just teeing up, they all like stood there like, I was like, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, there's nothing worse.
Yeah. Like, there was one guy literally stood from like an ETU away, and I was just like.
That's the thing with golf, is the only amateur sport, really, where you can get quite a big audience, like on the first tee and stuff.
Yeah.
You get it here, like on a Saturday. There's like 50 people on the first tee, and it's like people. Well, not a lot of people hit very good shots off the first tee, just because there's so many people watching. But. So yeah,
I lost my first ball. It was a luminous yellow, nice ball, really nice one. And I hit the recovery wedge off like a short tee. And I just pulled it slightly right, and the fog, you couldn't see where it went.
Okay, so again, make sure your setup's correct. Make sure you hit through it. Cross it.
So top your back string there? Would you put my iron on wood?
Yeah, that's okay.
That's why it's not in the right
Just hips.
Yeah, so you just need to turn a bit more.
Yeah.
So your actual swing path is okay. Make sure you turn your hips because the hands will follow in naturally.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So you can see, so that one you hit prior, when you swung up, the first movement was just your hands, and you kind of made this movement where you went.
I'm going now, everyone.
Cool.
See you, Fran.
See you there, on.
Big steady. Where you went up, and then hands were first. And that's when you came over the top, and the ball curved to the right. That one there, turned your hips, club got in behind you, and then you were able to hit down and turn the club over. I think a good drill for you could be to literally take just an iron, right? Hold it in your left arm.
Yeah.
Swing to the top, and then turn your hips. So try not to do it with sort of 2 hands, because your right arm can be quite dominant. Because obviously everyone's right-handed. That right hand can kind of guide the club down. But if you just make a back sort of work on straight left arm, just turn with your shoulders, and then from here just turn your lower body, and the club will fall in behind you. Just see if you can do that. That might give you. So literally just turn your shoulders, let the arm follow. There we go. Okay, now turn your hips. There we go. That's it.
Okay.
So if you see that on, I don't think you see that on video. Okay, so turn to top of your backswing. Okay, turn your hips. Good, and the club will now start to come a little bit more from the inside, naturally. So if you're gonna warm up without hitting any balls, just use your left arm, swing to the top, turn your hips. Swing to the top, turn your hips. Just make a few left-sided swings.
That sounds like a good idea.
Turn your hips. That's it. Good. You can actually start to as well. If you want to hit a few balls doing it, take your most lofted wedge, chuck it on a little tee. I've done it in a long time, mind. You can start to make some left-handed swings.
We'll go super high. It's a 64,
You can start to make some really sort of left-sided swings, and that's when you can really start to get the club online, get your hips turning, get your body turning.
So all that sort of concentrate on keeping, just moving with the hips.
Yeah, that's it. So again, it's just turn your shoulders.
What I do, wherever you put it.
I just put it down by my side, just let it hang. That's it. Just turn to the top, and then turn your hips. Okay. So again, it's just you're only going to hit it literally out the range. You're going to pop out the range. No, that's it. Just try and stay down a little bit more. It's really hard. It takes a long time to get it, but just turn your hips. Good. There we go. All right. So it's a really weird one. You might want to just practice your swinging start
Yeah,
with.
I like the idea.
Yeah. Then if when you come to a driver, just feel that you're a bit more left-sided, and it makes you concentrate on turning the hips. So instead of bringing the club down with the arm, because you've only got one club, and the weight of the club you won't be able to bring that club down with one arm.
Can we do a bit of like imaginary play?
Yeah.
We'll go through the Salford course, shall we?
Yeah.
So drive should really be well.
I'll be your caddy.
Nice. So with the first hole,
Yeah.
I feel like with the 3-wood sometimes I'm hitting to the not the out of bounds, to the rough.
Okay.
Because I struggle because for me, I struggle to hit it that way, which is kind of what you need to do.
Yeah.
So would you say I should sit with 3-wood off the tee?
I would hit driver.
You would sit driver.
I would hit driver off the first tee. It's all here, because you're going to naturally hit it slightly left to right,
Okay.
and that's the shot shape you want.
Yeah.
I would aim towards the trees on the left.
Yeah.
There's a conifer.
Yeah, I know.
Those up there.
Yeah.
Conifer up there.
Yeah.
I would hit it. I always hit my shot at that and try and hit a bit of a fade. So if we were to say that where we do it, so well there we go. Let's use this. So let's use the pop, that 100 marker.
Yeah.
That's out of bounds, right?
Yeah.
Practice or anything right at that.
Yeah.
So the conifer would be the 150 on the left,
Okay.
and obviously over the yellow markers would be the middle of the fairway.
So aiming towards the 150.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so go through your normal routine if you need to. Okay, stay there. Stay in that position. Right.
Yeah, so this is what I definitely
Okay,
see places.
So come back here and have a look, right? So that's where we were aiming,
Ah,
right? So if I keep it going at the 150,
okay.
so you've just hit a pretty much dead straight golf shot. Yeah, it's bigger than a touch, but you've started it directly where you were aiming, which is just left of that yellow flag, and it has moved, which is okay. But again, if we're going to hit a fade, we're going to have to be aiming left of that 150.
Yeah.
So the way I suggest to do it, have I told you sort of the best way to line up?
Same as in last one, I mean, you'll just always sit like line the club up.
Yeah, so try and that's it, just pick something out in front of you.
I get really into
Yeah.
if I'm wrong,
Sorry, yeah.
point me out. That'll be good.
So pick something out in front of you in line where you want to start. So here, we want to be starting slightly left. This way I'd always go behind the golf ball. So I come behind the golf ball, right? So we want to be starting it, just on the 150 marker.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting is a tricky one, but it's going to be that sort of,
Hey, you look that close.
yeah, just right of that.
Okay.
So then you just pick it out and set the club face to that line.
Yeah.
So I'd say maybe
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there, right?
Yeah, that's good.
So just there, just right at that little bit of mud, and then so set the club, then set your feet. Because if you set your feet in first,
Yeah.
and then try and set the club, you'll end up doing
Yeah.
this, or then move in, or whatnot, and you'll be all over the place. So set your club, then put your feet in, and then you can hit it. Alright?
Yeah.
Just gonna get you a bit, I do it with every shot. Pick out something literally front. So I would say that's perfect. That's good. And then keep the club where it is. There we go, now you're square. Right, now you're aiming right. That's good.